Tech Total Access. I'm Logan McDonald.
And I'm Katie Leeper, keeping you updated as we Hokies hunker down. Spring sports were cut short last year due to coronavirus-related shutdowns. So athletes and fans alike were excited for the season to start. And what a record-breaking season it has been so far. The wrestling team finished their season undefeated for the first time since 1957. And Virginia Tech Ja'Cory Patterson broke both the ACC and school record in the 400 meter at the Tiger Paul Track and Field Invitational.
You are right, Katie. There has been a lot of success this season for Virginia Tech athletics. Virginia Tech men's basketball is approaching week 13 of their 2021 season and are ranked 18 in the top 25 ACC polling. The game against North Carolina, set for February 16th, was postponed following a positive test, subsequent quarantining, and contact tracing within the Virginia Tech men's basketball program. The team is adhering to outlined protocols within the ACC and hope to be back on the court soon. Virginia Tech women's basketball had to postpone their last two scheduled games for the same reason. But they are now in the clear and are set to face off against Syracuse Sunday to continue their 4-game winning streak.
The season opener for Virginia Tech baseball is set for February 16th against Kent State. Tech Total Access reporter Madeline Myrick caught up with Virginia Tech pitcher Peyton Alford about how the team has remained resilient in the wake of the pandemic.
The Virginia Tech baseball team wrapped up the conclusion of their Fall World Series and have officially started practice up for the 2021 season opener, set for February 19th against Kent State. The ACC announced the decision to cut back spring schedules by 10%, concluding in a game schedule of 50 games instead of the original 56. Here to learn more about the upcoming 2021 season, Virginia Tech's pitcher Peyton Alford gives us helpful insight on how the team has continued to come out and persevere despite an unpredictable season.
I think from sitting around for so long, we're excited to get back out there. It kind of re-energizes you. Like, you're excited to go to practice every day. Like, you take it for granted, because I've got a lot of teammates that are like from the West Coast and stuff, and they don't even have practice. So a big part of it's we're happy to be out here, and because we know what it's like when we're not able to. We know how miserable it is sitting in your room for 10 days just watching every TV show you can think of. Hearing that we got our year back is just it's been a blessing. We've had a great year so far, a great fall. So for me, it's just don't take it for granted. Just go out there, have fun every day, and just enjoy what you're getting, because tons of kids would die to have the opportunity, and a lot of kids are actually not able to have seasons this year. So for us, it's more just have fun. Obviously keep working hard if we're going to, and we have been, but the biggest thing is just enjoy every day.
Although a raising concern going into the season is a period of adaptation for new players coming from high school ball to the ACC level, the team's diligence to practice hard in the fall gives the Hokies hope for a competitive season. It is evident that the Virginia Tech baseball team and staff are dedicated to continue their hard work ethic with hope to make for a competitive season. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Madeline Myrick with Tech Total Access. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Madeline. Virginia Tech women's lacrosse won their first 2 games of the season. Tech Total Access reporter Kelly O'Regan joins us to discuss the NCAA's protocols put in place at practices and changes made to the season schedule in an effort to follow coronavirus guidelines.
Spring sports teams are in reboot mode this season, as they will pick up where they left off when the coronavirus pandemic hit. Virginia Tech lacrosse has won their first 2 games of the season, but the season schedule will look much differently this year.
Playing 15 games this year versus we normally play 18, and we are mostly playing ACC games. I think we were allowed only 3 out-of-conference games. And within the ACC itself, we're kind of in a pod. So it's us, UVA, Duke, and UNC are in a pod together, and we're going to play each other twice.
The uncertain times may result in teams forfeiting to a COVID outbreak, and hence a change in schedule. The NCAA is enforcing strict protocols to ensure safety to all players, coaches, and staff.
So whenever we're not in a drill or playing, we have to have our mask around our neck. Normally we wear the gaiters that athletics gave us, and we have to put them up whenever we're on the sidelines, and that will be the same for a game. So it's also practicing for that. And we try to stay pretty spread out in huddles as well. We all have our own water bottles now, so we're not sharing water bottles.
While the student section will be less full, certain Hokies will radiate pride.
We're going to Liberty on Friday, and I know they only gave us 20 total tickets for our team. So we just gave those tickets to spread out between our seniors. So only the senior parents are coming. We're each going to get 4 tickets around for fans. So they're going to try to have us have fans. But that being said, we're not going to play in the indoor, which normally we play in the indoor.
The season might look different this year, but let's just hope the season remains a season. Let's go Hokies. I'm Kelly Regan reporting for Tech Total Access.
Thank you, Kelly. Even though Virginia Tech athletics have had much success, the atmosphere at practice and games is much different due to the mandatory face coverings, social distancing requirements, and lack of fans. Not even the Virginia Tech cheerleaders, marching Virginians, or High Techs are allowed to make any in-person appearances this season. Tech Total Access reporter Julia Monahan shares the challenges the High Techs have faced to keep the Hokie spirit alive during these uncertain times.
The Hokie High Techs are an integral part of sports here at Virginia Tech. And while their performances on the sidelines of home football and basketball games are an aspect of the group we Hokies get to enjoy the most, a lot more goes into being a part of this team than you may know. Between competing at national championships in Orlando and making public appearances at community events, the High Techs represent Virginia Tech to a large extent. I spoke with senior Holly Hecht about what it takes to be a High Tech and the challenges they've faced this year with COVID restrictions.
Our typical week, so starting on Monday, we have a 3-hour practice from 6 to 9, and then Tuesday we have lift, but that night we have off from practice. Wednesday, again, we have practice, this time at 6:30 to 9:30, and then Thursday, it's technically like a 2-a-day. So we have lift in the morning, and then we go to practice that night, again, 6:30 to 9:30, and then our weekend is kind of up for grabs, depending on, what games we have going on, so it all depends on the season. COVID has affected us just in the way that I feel like we're practicing because, dance, we're so used to like touching each other, relying on each other. We communicate a lot as we're dancing, so it's definitely been an adjustment with the masks, but I'm really thankful that we're still meeting all the time. We have an extra COVID test basically every week now just to make sure that we're being safe. But all in all, it hasn't necessarily affected our season. It's just affected how we perform at the different games or appearances.
Many measures have been put in place to ensure CDC guidelines are met at practices, including mask requirements, sanitizing of spaces every 15 to 20 minutes, and continuous support from the Virginia Tech medical staff. With all precautions being taken, head coach Joshua Larrick has hopes for the potential of a more normal fall season.
Hopefully things can clear up and we'll be able to attend basketball, football like normal and start to perform at our other sports like soccer and volleyball. Next we'll be performing, we have videotaped some dances that will be shown at men's basketball games and some women's basketball games, and we will also be posting that stuff on our social media.
Despite all of the major setbacks COVID has placed on their season, the High Techs continue to put in countless hours of work each week, with plans of competing in nationals virtually this April. Reporting live from Virginia Tech, I'm Julia Monahan with Tech Total Access. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Julia. That's all we have for your Hokie highlights. Thank you for watching Tech Total Access. Hokies, hunker down. I'm Logan McDonald.
And I'm Katie Leeper. We'll keep you updated throughout the day on our Instagram.